Hello there, folks. Welcome to another episode of Cabin Adventures. I'm Yatsik. This is Thor. And we're ready for an expedition. Yes. So today we're trying something different. We're going to try winter camping for the first time. Although I'm experienced in the outdoors in the winter, spend a lot of time ice fishing, cabins and whatnot, I've never actually camped outdoors in the winter time. It should be interesting. We're supposed to get about 10 centimeters of snow, so that should make things a little bit spicy. And of course, the temperatures are hovering around -5, -10 tonight. So, although we will be comfortable, I assure you that, it will certainly make things a little bit on the unique side coming out of here tomorrow morning. But yeah, so we're gonna pack up the sled here. As you can see, we're slowly but surely getting started here, and strap everything on and make our trek out to our campsite. This guy's leading the charge, buckled up to me, and the gear behind me. We'll have to take one more trip back just for the firewood and some small miscellaneous items, but for the majority part, that's camp right there. Well, we have made it. It was a bit of a struggle. It's a bit of weight on there, that's for certain. But we are here at last. We're gonna take a breather here for a minute and start setting up camp. So now that we've caught our breath a little bit, it's time to shovel this out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get as close to the ground as possible. Obviously there will be ice, the ground is completely frozen, but we're gonna lay some mats on here and make it nice and comfortable so we're not getting our feet wet. Important note. After we're done shoveling this out, once we put up the tent, we're going to tuck the corners around with the snow, pack it down, make sure that there's no flow or draft in the actual tent itself. All right, so now with the floor all laid out, time to put up the tent. This will be a little bit tricky with one person, but I think we'll manage. We're expected 10 centimeters of snow, so on top of all this equipment, all the tent, I should say, we're gonna put up a tarp just so it's easy to take it off, and also as the hot air rises from the heater that we have, it doesn't melt directly onto the tent itself. While this crazy guy continues to collect wood, let's take a look what we got inside here. So far, we have the one Tigris cot here going on, and then I also have the Sea to Summit. It has an R value of 4, but we also have this guy to keep us toasty. We're gonna bring the actual table that we have back from the car because we left that there, but we'll I'll keep you updated as this goes, because this is going to be quite the operation to get this all rigged up as the pump slips off. I gotta fix that. All right, so now that the bed is all set up here, let's go through what we got here. So as before mentioned, we have the one Tigris cot, then we have the Sea to Summit a sleeping pad with our value of 4.0, and then we have a wool blanket that's gonna keep everything from flowing down under, hopefully. And we have the Nemo -10. It's more than that actually. No, it is a -9 sleeping bag. It should be nice and toasty. Also, we have the Sea to Summit liner that basically increases apparently this by 5 degrees Celsius, more or less. We'll see about that. On top of that, we have the One Tigris. It's almost like a blanket. This is the first time I'm using this, so it has to decompress a little bit. And then, of course, we have a little blanket. So, very important to keep in mind here. Not only do we have one carbon monoxide detector up here, making sure that all is good, we also have a secondary one. This one I will keep by my head to make sure that there are no issues whatsoever, because we have this guy, and this guy's going to make sure that we're nice and toasty tonight. So as before mentioned, we do have a table for him, so he's going to go up a little bit higher. As you can tell, this guy has found every stick in the woods so far. He wants it thrown. We will get to him in a second. We also have a thermometer. So this guy also has a thermometer, so we'll be measuring the temperature up here, at the bottom here, as well as outside and near the heater, so we have a good idea all around what the temperature will be throughout the night. Pardon me while I throw the stick for him. There we go. That should entertain him for 2.2 seconds. Yeah, so we're gonna finish unpacking here because there's still a little bit left. I still have to, as you can tell, there's no snow around the side, so still have to do that. And then we're gonna relax for like 5 minutes. After that, we'll head back to the car, get the wood, get the table, all the remainder of the stuff, and yeah, should be all right. E.34, this isn't so bad when you don't have 200 pounds plus of gear behind you. Yeah, this is a heck of a lot easier. The beauty of winter is you see every single print of animal that travels through here. This is probably a nice sized deer. But behind that tree is a golden throne. And a house about 300, 400 meters from our site. So not too bad. We'll probably visit this guy in the morning. We're not quite done this adventure just yet, buddy. We're gonna grab firewood, a knapsack, and the table and head on back. So we just came inside to have a wee bit of a cool down session for this guy, but a warm up session for me. Temperature's rising. It's 2 degrees inside here, -2 out there. It was 0 when we first got in here. Let's take a look up there. I'm sure it's a lot warmer, but I don't want to get up because this guy will get all excited. So yeah, just gonna sit in here, warm up a wee bit, and take off these damp clothes because I definitely got sweaty on that walk in and out and set up or whatnot. So gonna get out of those, probably get into the clothes that the lounging clothes, so to speak, right? The non-damp ones, and hang these up maybe to dry a wee bit or whatnot. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna relax a wee bit in here, change, and then go back out there and have a campfire since we hauled out all that wood. Well, we got it nice and toasty here, about 15 degrees right now. It's much warmer up here, but for that we have the little fan circulating and whatnot. But as you can see, we got ourselves a drying station. Pretty damp. Everything's pretty damp. This guy finally calming down. But certainly nice to be able to dry off a wee bit. And we were gonna get the fire going, but there's no way like I'd be able to take off the clothes and basically make sure everything's dried up. I do have a spare change of clothes as before mentioned. But yeah, it's a bit of a haul. Got to work on that shape a little bit. So as you can see, we do have a vent hole open over here, just, well, more so just a slight slant in the actual window. And then over here, we have the actual flap open, just so we get some circulation. This guy is relentless. He just wants to go out and throw the STICKs. That's all right. We're just finishing our cup of hot water. Yeah, I just felt like water. I really didn't feel like making tea. Although I do have a bunch of tea. Some hot water. So something to keep in mind, Valens Conservation Area is a dry campground, so there's absolutely no alcohol allowed. So unfortunately, we will not be having any alcohol. We'll just be sipping on some warm teas, and we do have a bottle of I do believe Coke that we'll have, perhaps. Well, I will have. There's just me here. But yeah, anyways, yeah, drying off the clothes. As you can see, everything's hanging. I'm slowly starting to change here. As you can see, one sock on, one sock off. This guy continues to be relentless, but we will go outside soon and start that campfire. All right, I'll throw for you. I'll throw for you. Can you sit? Sit. Stay. Good boy. What we have here is a pole start fire. So basically what I do is tie this to one end here on the other side. Let's put this over here, and what we'll do is stick this stick here deep in there so it's actually wedged in. There we go. Hey bud, can you back it up please? And stop being annoying, perhaps? Just for a minute. Just for a minute. Actually, this is pretty good because this is all going to be sturdy, and we're going to pull that red side here. So let's unroot that first. We're going to demolish this fire. Get our hands dirty in the process. There we go. That's pretty good. And then what we'll do is we'll stack wood around this. There we are. And what we're going to do is just pull that, back it up, bud. Move this stack of firewood. That's going to burn at a high temperature. And voila, we have fire. Look at him, so proud. Like, what do you expect me to do with that, bud? Well, I flipped a coin on it. What does that mean? So basically, I had 3 more propane canisters back in the car. And I flipped a coin, and heads, I'd walk back for them. Tails, I wouldn't. Anyways, you know how it went. So, well, here, we already picked them up, so we're good. We're headed back. I must say it's, like as I said when I was pulling the wood, it's a heck of a lot easier to walk this trail than it is pulling 200 plus pounds of equipment. Well, home sweet home. Looking pretty cozy back here. Haven't even had to put on the ice fishing jacket yet. Let's see how that goes. Getting all cozy. Once again, heater going. Yep, so basically we're gonna warm up for the next half hour or so, and then we'll start making dinner. But as you can see, a little bit of sun, not sunburn, windburn, I should say. Clothes still drying up here. Got the fan going, a little light, some ambiance. Got the light strip going. Turn that up later on, but yeah, for now, time to relax. Well, the snow is definitely starting to fall here. Sounds like a very good time to start dinner. On the menu tonight, we got some chili and croquete, which I will introduce you guys to. They're pretty delicious. We're gonna have that on the side there. Should be tasty. Soft bubble, almost ready to go. So these are croquetes. So these are, it's like a crepe wrap in, basically dipped in breadcrumbs, and then inside there is pork, beef, sauerkraut, and mushrooms. Quite delicious. This is going to be perfect on the side there. Coming along quite nice. Well, as you can see, the snow is really coming down now. Well, as you folks saw, it is miserable out there. The snow is continuing to fall. And as I am quite tired, I think I'm going to shut things down for the night. I have turned off the propane heater just because we certainly don't need it. Well, not necessarily that we don't need it. I just, as a safety precaution, we'll turn it on if we get too cold. But right now, it's chilly, but it's not too chilly. The sleeping bag is doing its job, so until it gets too cold, time to shut it off for the night. We'll see you folks in the morning. Well, good morning, folks. Yes, it is morning. I had the heater off the majority of the night. I had an issue with it shutting off. It wasn't oxygen related or CO2 related because none of my contraptions or sensors actually turned off. It might have been too close to the wall, or it was still pretty far. I don't know. Figured it out, moved it further away. So now we have the heater going, so it's a little warmer. We're gonna skip breakfast this morning. I think we're just gonna pack up and start heading out. It did snow a lot. I will show you folks how much in a second here, but yeah, we'll have a bit of a challenge getting out here, so might as well just start wrapping up and call it. Did you freeze last night, buddy? Nah, you did all right. Well, this sleepyhead woke up. But yeah, this is what we had. So obviously the roof of the tent, basically all the snow melted off of it. So we didn't really have to worry about too much. We scampered it off a few times throughout the night. But as you can see, the sled is almost completely covered. We got about, I don't know, 15 to about 20 centimeters, more or less. Yeah, slowly but surely we're packing everything up here and tightening things down. We're gonna take off the tarp next. Slowly but surely, it's all coming together. Just have to load up the sled, take down the tent, and that will be it. Minus the trek out. Not looking forward to that one. Well, this guy rip roaring to go. The sled fully packed. Time to start making the trek. Let's see how she goes. Well, we had a bit of a tip over. As you can see, it's not our first time tipping over. The problem is that we had some snowshoers across here, and what it's made is uneven territory. And when basically the sled gets out of the tracks where the snowshoes is, because it's so top heavy, it flips. So this is making it to be a little bit more difficult than it should be, for sure. So the trek continues. I had to leave the tent behind on the trail just because it was way too top heavy, and that's what was really causing it to flip. Here it's just an uneven surface, so it's gonna topple over regardless of the situation, unless you're careful. I mean, that's the thing. This is kind of a minor tilt over, but regardless, we're trekking along here. It's a slog for sure. We'll make it back to the car, unpack all this, and then go back for the tent and the pads. Well, we have made it for round one. We're gonna clear off this car, warm up a little bit, and then head back for the tent.